What's going on? And welcome to another album review. Um, this time I'll be reviewing Lorna Shore's I Feel the Everblack Festering Within Me. Um, pretty cool album. To be honest, when I was getting into starting like album reviews, I didn't think I'd be starting, on deathcore, or I guess like any sort of genre with the label called to it. It's pretty funny. I kind of was a scene kid in high school, shamefully. Thought I grew out of it, and then these dudes brought me straight back into deathcore, man. I was pretty much done with it, probably I think around the late 2010s. It just was oversaturated. There was, nothing sort of, I guess, I don't know, captivating anymore for that genre. And I guess, it's very formulated in the sense where, it's just breakdown after breakdown, like you can try and do the most punishing, heaviest breakdown. It's just, I don't know. I got to a point where it was just so repetitive, would be the best way to put it. Kind of like dubstep. I don't know. I felt like dubstep was a big thing at one point and it just fell off. But anyway, I'll leave the antics with my departure of deathcore alone for now. But yeah, anyway, Lorna Shore reeled me straight back in. Their vocalist Will Ramos is an absolute beast. I think I compare him towards some of the greats of deathcore, like for example Dickie Allen, which I think is amazing. Which the Goblin sounds, I think he was doing way before Will Ramos, but I think Will Ramos just sort of made it go, I guess, more or less viral. And to me, iconically, Mitch Lucker, probably mispronouncing his name, but Mitch from Suicide Silence. It was like an inspiration to me as well. He actually got me into deathcore, which I'm rambling on a lot about what I sort of got into, or the reasons deathcore stood out to me or whatnot, which I should actually be talking about the album. I tend to sort of sidetrack really quickly when I'm doing videos or just talking about anything. But yeah, anyway, I Feel the Everblack Festering Within Me, excellent album. Came after The Pain Remains. I think The Pain Remains was amazing as well. Feel my friends that have given Lorna Shore a listen, like friends that I guess are into deathcore or outside of deathcore. Some of them have the opinion that it's over produced, which I get. There's a lot going on in those mixes, a lot of symphony or symphonic sort of orchestra, or synthesizers, or organs, or keyboards, piano, sort of like just say like an overwhelming sort of I'd say like atmospheric, or strong like sort of presence and sound, almost like it's some sort of epic, I don't know, epic fantasy film or something, with the sounds, which is really cool though. Like having that in deathcore, with those tracks is pretty niche. I think it's a nice touch to their music. The first track from that album is absolutely punishingly heavy. I definitely recommend checking out the music video as well. It's pretty gory. I watched it while I was actually supposed to be working for my day job, and I felt like I had to stop because I was like, if my work sees the history of the videos that I'm making, it's going to be pretty deadly. Brutal song, super heavy, caught my attention, and yeah, just enjoyed it. It's the best way I can describe the album. I'd say it's Lorna Shore at their best, with the heaviness at their best, in terms of captivating, I guess, hooks and melodies and all that kind of stuff, especially the guitar. Drumming's amazing. Just instrumentation is on the next level. Like basically, if you're in this genre, I'd suggest you probably want to be, I guess the I'd say the standard, at least for like the gold print standard, to like try and be a successful band in this genre. You'd want to get to like Lorna Shore. I wouldn't say you want to sound like Lorna Shore, because there's a lot of Lorna Shore bands out there now, and they just don't sound great, because they're trying to be, I guess, Lorna Shore too much, which is fair enough. Like, if you're in this genre, man, you like the music, you're passionate about it, and you do want to make some sort of career out of that music, you want to be in Lorna Shore's direction, I guess. But yeah, anyway, that's what do you call the Prison of Flesh track that I enjoyed, and that's probably the heaviest one on the album, in my opinion. Oblivion, super catchy, really captivating. What do you call lyricism as well? Just like songwriting and whatnot. Good chorus. Very, I think, moody as well. It sounds very moody, but also fun. Like a fun moody. I don't know how to explain it. It's got like good rhythm. It's heavy and whatnot. I feel like I'm really bad at explaining music tracks and sections of the songs, but that's the best I can do. Probably my favourite song on the album is the third track, In Darkness. I just like how epic it sounds. It's got its heavy parts as well, and it's kind of like I'd say like a sort of grim, like it sounds like a grim romance like sort of song. Like it's got some sort of like dark romance to it, which I like. Yeah, it's groovy. I don't know, dance with some goth girls to it, I guess, if you're into that. Unbreakable. I'm not like a massive fan of Unbreakable, but that one's super catchy as well. It's more of like probably the sort of, I guess, sweeter sort of song in that album. Like it's more to, like, I'd say if you're looking at the heavy to soft side ratio, this would be like the softest. But it's like a universal song. I feel like anyone can really listen to it and like it. I'd say like if you're trying to get people into this genre, or maybe into Lorna Shore, show them To Their Whole Fire and also show them Unbreakable. So it gives you an idea of like what they kind of sound like. Music video to this, I haven't given a watch yet, but it's pretty much just them performing live in front of a crowd of people. Not reinventing the wheel there, but it's a good music video. But yeah, anyway, that's that track. Glenwood, feel like that really kind of shows the range that Will Ramos has as a vocalist. Again, the songwriting's amazing as well. Everyone on the instrument, they know exactly what they're doing. Captivating, I guess, listeners and whatnot. But yeah, Will Ramos, it just shows, like, that song just proves like how good he is at what he does, and why so many people are probably trying to get to, I guess, his standard. Great track. Lionheart's good. I won't talk too much about the other tracks. They, sort of, I wouldn't say like they're bad, they just don't stand out as much. Death Can Take Me is pretty fun. War Machine, this is the one I actually wanted to talk about probably the most. So it almost sounds like it's a homage between, or like a tribute between Master of Puppets and Doom, as in like the classic Doom sort of which is funny. Like as soon as I listened to it, I was like, I had to check and see. I'm like, did they do a cover of Master of Puppets, or like they've got Mick Gordon, doing like a featuring on this album. And no, it's just how it sounds. So I guess like I couldn't get into it because I kept making me think of like they were ripping off Metallica and ripping off Doom too much. But if you play Doom and listen to this, I think you'd have a great time. So I think it's one of those mixes where it's like good for people that probably like can't hear that when they listen to it, but have fun. Or if you can hear it, maybe play a video game to it and you'll have a great time. So anyway, that's War Machine for me. Nameless Heim, again, won't say it was a horrible song, just doesn't stand out to the rest. And Forevermore is, amazing as well. Good sort of ender to the album. It's It's got all those elements, heavy, sort of captivating. Again, sort of like, I guess, you know, sort of moody moments, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, just overall, great album. I won't say it's taken my 2025 album of the year spot. It's up there though, which is very surprising for me. To be honest, probably going back early 2020s. I probably would have more of a range and list of probably I'd say just more on the side of extreme metal. I kind of fell off, to be honest, on the sort of music sort of listening wagon. I got kind of in a deep rabbit hole of Magic the Gathering. You Magic the Gathering? See, voice is gonna break. I like Magic the Gathering. Yeah, but I went into a Magic the Gathering hole. Couldn't get out of it. Started wasting all my money on cards like a freaking hopeless addict or gambler. And didn't spend too much time on music anymore or collecting because I was like, nah, Magic's my thing now because this game's fun, and I like seeing my money in my bank that go to zero, and I've got all these mad cards that I can play with some people sometimes. That's pretty much happened, I guess, in terms of why I sort of fell off the music sort of, I guess, collecting or listening sort of wagon, if you'd call it that. But yeah, other than that, great record. I had fun listening to it. There's a lot of albums I think I'll probably be going through in a top 20, 25 sort of albums for the year. Again, I don't think I feel the Everblack Festering Within Me being the top album that I'll put there, but it'd be probably the top 10. I think it's heavy, it's crushing, it's got good hooks, it's got good riffs. Everyone in that band knows what they're doing. The drums, guitars, vocals. They've got a unit of or caliber of masters of what they play and what they do. Which again, like I said before, if you wanted to get in a genre of being, I guess of deathcore and being in a professional band, you don't want to, I guess, be a copycat of a Lorna Shore band, but to the standard of how they can portray the sound of vocals, the guitar playing, the drums. They're absolute machines, and they stand out. That's why they stand out. It's because they're absolute masters of what they do. But anyway, guys, that's the album review for Lorna Shore's the Everblack Festering Within Me. There will be a few more of these coming soon. Trying to get sort of a catalogue going of some videos, so I've just got more content for you guys if you're interested in listening to it, and then that way eventually there'll be some more stuff in the coming next videos. I'd love to be able to play the music in the background, but I haven't done any sort of extensive checks on freaking YouTube's terms and service. I don't want to get copyright striked, get the channel taken down because I'm playing a whole half an hour's worth of someone's material without being the owner. So I'd prefer leaving music out of it now, playing in the background. If for whatever reason that's not a thing on YouTube, then I'll probably start doing that and giving you guys actually an idea of what the tracks sound like and what they're and I guess have a listen while you're watching a YouTube video. But other than that, it's just going to be me pretty much talking about it and what my thoughts of the record or band or whatever. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I've been seeing a few people recently subscribing and liking the videos. Anyone else, if this is the first time you've seen my face, do the algorithm a favour and subscribe and like to the video. That way more people are going to see this, and maybe people that are interested in this sort of stuff are going to, see my beautiful, unique head, and maybe, check out the videos, and that way I can make some more content for you guys, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, catches.